What's good, everybody? So obviously tonight, um, well, not really tonight, but yeah, tonight I was watching Monday Night Raw, and obviously I think the main event was a three-man tag team match. The New Day and the Usos. Um, and obviously, Team Uso won. No surprise there. And then obviously Bobby Lashley came out, speared Roman Reigns. He went out there and speared, Big E, Big E through the barricade, and that's about it. Um, Big E Langston, and I've touched on this once. Big E Langston is not championship material. He's just not, and that's not me hating on him. That's not me saying, he's a bad wrestler. He just doesn't have it. He just does. Like, there's just certain superstars that have it. You know what I'm saying? You saw it with Booker T. You saw it with Mark Henry. You know what I'm saying? You saw it with The Rock, obviously. But Biggie Langston, you just don't see it. It's like it's the same thing over and over and over. Because you would have thought, okay, so let's start with King. Let's start with Booker T. Right when Booker T had the whole King Booker gimmick, you know, it it stick because obviously he won King of the Ring. You know what I'm saying? The Rock, when he was with the Nation of Domination, and then obviously he went solo, and he did his thing. You know what I'm saying? Mark Henry, he went from sexual chocolate to the silverback. You know what I'm saying? And he entered people into the Hall of Pain. You would have thought that they would have changed Big E's gimmick. Now maybe he doesn't want his gimmick to be changed. Maybe he doesn't want to transition into another character. Um, but the same crap is happening over and over and over. I want my champion to be like a Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, he don't give a F who you are. Kind of tight. I mean, kind of like Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley went out there and speared the WWE champion, speared, the former, well, actually speared the WWE Universe, whatever champion they have now these days. I don't keep up with that crap anymore, but he speared both of the champions, and he just said that it was his my house. You know what I'm saying? But you saw his character change. When he first debuted in the WWE, he was raw and athletic. You know what I'm saying? And I remember him winning the WCW for the first time. The WCW champion, I mean the ECW champion for the first time. He's held the Intercontinental champion. He's held the United States champion. And he's been WWE champion. Why did it take so long? I don't know. I don't know. He was supposed to win it from John Cena, if y'all remember correctly, from the Great American Bash in '06. But obviously John Cena wound up winning that match. He did the FU off the top rope, and 1, 2, 3, it was over. But you would have thought that the WWE would have changed Big E's gimmick. He still has the same stupid gimmick from his New Day stick, and it's not going over. Like, it's not selling at all. But again, maybe he doesn't want his champion. Maybe he doesn't want his gimmick to change. Because once you change from gimmick to gimmick to gimmick, it's hard. It really is. Axe Kane. He went from Dr. J to a fake, Kevin Nash. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally, it literally took Kane's gimmick to make him stick. Cause if Kane's gimmick didn't stick, I don't know where Kane would have been right now. To be honest with you, you know what I'm saying? But he found his gimmick and he stuck with it ever since. Never changed. Well, obviously he changed wardrobes, but this, I mean, obviously, and then obviously he unmasked. A lot of people say that he was more dangerous when he was unmasked. Um, I mean, that's up in debate, but I think he was just more sadistic when he was with the mask on, coming out, throwing, he used to come out, I remember when Paul Bear betrayed him or, left him in a ditch, he used to come out, throw, gasoline on people, I remember the Hardy Boys, he tried to set them on fire. So it was obviously dark times, different days. So, I mean, like I said, man, if you're going to be a champion, you must change. Change. Look at Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns went from the Shield to the Tribal Chief. Now, people might say, well, this is Roman Reigns' best gimmick yet. Because with the Shield, he was just in a group. He didn't have a voice, But the WWE saw a lot of potential in him. So, yeah. And I didn't even know he was related to The Rock at first. So, people, like I said, man, when superstars become champions, whether you're a diva, especially when you're a male champion, you change your gimmick. You change your gimmick, okay? The gimmick is like the biggest thing in your arsenal. First is the promos. Second is probably your gimmick. Third is probably your catchphrases. Those are the only three things that makes a superstar. Like when The Rock comes out, he don't even have to say anything because he captures the crowd just like that. Biggie is not like that, But obviously when Biggie first came on the scene, he used to be that, he used to be a bodyguard for AJ Lee, not AJ Styles, AJ Lee. And, I thought he had potential, But it just didn't fly, man. It just didn't fly. He just doesn't have it. Maybe he should go back to the mid card. I don't I wouldn't mind if Biggie, not Biggie, but Bobby Lashley wins back his championship, just like how Brock Lesnar defeated Kofi Kingston in less than 6 seconds, you know. Like I wouldn't mind that because it doesn't look right on Biggie, It just doesn't. And if he's not willing to change his character, then he's just gonna die trying, because nobody wants the same old stick every single year, Like, change, change, you know? Change the scenery. That's all I have to say. Change the scenery, you know? I mean, you look at the greatest wrestlers of all time, Austin changed, Triple H changed, Kurt Angle changed, Chris Jericho changed a little bit when he came back in around 2009 and he was sending like cryptic messages and stuff like that. Um, but I mean, obviously, even the Big Show changed over the years. You know, change is probably a good thing if you want to become a champion. Because people's gonna take you as a badass. People ain't gonna push you around. People ain't gonna do this. They ain't gonna do that. But Biggie just don't get it. It's either he doesn't get it or he just wants to hold on to that championship for 15 minutes of fame or 15, yeah, probably 15 minutes of fame. He wants to hold on. How long will he hold on to that belt? Probably not too long. I think they'll probably figure it out and say, yeah, he's not championship material. You can obviously see it. You know, I mean, hell, they nearly gave the New Day, all three members of the New Day, well, actually, all two members of the New Day championships. Big E won it. Kofi Kingston won it. Big E won it. Now, obviously, Xavier Rhodes don't really care if he never wins a championship. I don't think that's why he got into the business. I think he just fell in love with it as a little kid. You know what I'm saying? He said that on his YouTube channel, Up Up Down Down. He used to say that, like as a kid, if I don't ever win a championship, like it's not gonna detain my legacy. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, you look at The Rock. The Rock should have won at least 8 or 9 titles. You look at Austin. Austin should have won at least 9 or 10 titles. You know what I'm saying? The reason they won so less was because of the competition they was facing. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, you couldn't hold on to the belt like CM Punk did. Like Roman Reigns did. Bailey did. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't hold on to the belts like that anymore. You know what I'm saying? Now it's you hold on to the belt for a few months and then boom, it switches back to another person. Or like I remember this belt right here. This was my favorite belt. Obviously you have the World Wrestling Federation with the eagle, but this belt right here, JBL held it. Eddie Guerrero held it. John Cena held it. Well, actually, John Cena held it for a little bit, and then obviously he transformed it into the spinning title, which didn't even last too long. I think it only lasted like 2 years. But this was my favorite belt, because so many great champions have held it over the years, and never lost its touch. You know what I'm saying? But man, no disrespect to Big E. I just want my champions to be. I just wanted my champions to have a little mean streak. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want that. I don't want the happy-go-lucky champion. I don't want the childish champion. I don't want that. Like Randy Orton became the youngest world heavyweight champion, and after that, he ditched Evolution. He became his own man. He started playing mind games with Batista, saying Triple H wasn't really in your best interest. You know what I'm saying? He just really wants best for you. And then behold, Batista heard Flair and Triple H over talking. Like Triple H is that, listen, Batista is not gonna find out. It's between me and you. Batista's too stupid to realize what's going on. And then obviously he was eavesdropping. And then when it came time to pick a roster, he went like this. And then he put the thumbs down. And that was a very good segment. I'm not going to lie. But, even Batista changed. Batista, he held SmackDown for the longest. You know what I'm saying? And then obviously it was him and The Undertaker and Edge and, La Familia and stuff like that. So, I was a big wrestling fan back in the day, man. Like, religiously, I was a huge fan. But it is what it is, man. If he wants to continue with this gimmick, have at it, Because like I said, changing gimmicks is hard. It really is. You have to, see what the character is all about. If the character fits you, then, you could go with it. If it doesn't, like, I don't even think Big E has a character. I really don't. Or I don't even think he has a gimmick. I really don't. Not like Roman Reigns, he has a gimmick. He's a tribal chief. You know what I'm saying? Like, first come, first come, first serve. You know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't take crap from no one. You know what I'm saying? He barely be in matches on Friday Night SmackDown. He just sits back in his room and, let his hooligans, which is, the Usos, do his dirty work. That's a gimmick, okay? That's a gimmick. The Undertaker, back in the day, Lord of Darkness, the darkness, the Ministry of Darkness. That was a gimmick. That was a gimmick group, with Triple H and Shane and Midian and Viscera and the Acolytes and the Brood, which obviously the Brood didn't stay too long, but what I mean, but just like it was greatness, man. But like I said, if Biggie don't want to switch, who am I to say, oh, Biggie need to switch his character? Like I said, probably he doesn't want to. I mean, it's hard. It's hard going from gimmick to gimmick. Because if one gimmick doesn't stick, you have to go to the next one. And then if the next one doesn't stick, you have to go to the next one. And if the next one doesn't stick, you have to go to the next one until something finally hits you or until something finally sticks to where you can say, oh, okay, this gimmick fits me very, very well. So if Biggie is fine with this gimmick, I'm not gonna bring this up no more, but it irks me. It really does. Because Biggie has so much potential. And he's wasting it with those two goofs. I don't know. I don't know. Like, comment, subscribe. Uh, Let me know what was your favorite moment of this title. Who who was your favorite wrestler you grew up watching when you saw this? Mine was probably Eddie Guerrero. Eddie Guerrero, obviously, I'm not gonna say Eddie Guerrero was the first to hold it, but when he won it at WrestleMania, you know, it was just a huge, mountain. There's others that held this belt that was great in their own right. JBL. I think he only held it for like a year until John Cena beat him at WrestleMania. The Undertaker, The Rock, Austin, what I'm saying? So Triple H. So there's a lot of great wrestlers who held this belt. So let me know in the comment section down below who is your favorite wrestler to hold on to this belt. Like, comment, subscribe. Till next time, take care of yourself and each other.